Alright. It's raining cats and dogs. It's coming down out there pretty hard. So the if the noise reducer doesn't do enough enough noise reducing, maybe I'll just trim the intro short. But I'll keep it short and sweet with you. Keep it short and sweet with you until we get in there. Plan for tonight's slightly later lift than normal is forearms and oh, fuck. Damn, I forgot. I bought this fucking grip strength tester. I meant to get batteries. Okay, next forearm day we'll measure the fucking grip strength. But either way, today forearms and then probably a bit of accessory work after the fact, which is kind of just it's a TBD. You know, American TBD right now. Forearms is the main course, and anything else is kind of just going to be based on feel. I can tell my calves do not feel very sore right now, so might not be the worst time to add a calf pump in. So maybe that'll be today's lift. But one thing I wanted to say, I feel like to the uninitiated, and by uninitiated I mean like everybody pretty much could imagine themselves jacked and in really good shape. Now, I'm not even talking about as like a hardcore bodybuilder. I mean just I feel like every regular dude could say like, well, you know, if I tried, I could be really fucking I could be really fucking impressive, you know. If I tried, I could get pretty big. I'm just not interested, you know, or this, that, or the other. And I hate to hear it because, and maybe I'm just like projecting this in some way or another, but I feel like people make it seem as though it's just like a lights on switch where people go from not working out at all to just being completely locked in, going hard on the fucking regular. Like, do not underestimate, and I don't want to make it sound hard, but don't underestimate the difficulty of actually getting into fucking working out. And what I kind of mean by that is like, if you're the beginner guy, if you don't have a whole routine yet, don't feel bad about yourself, and don't like put yourself down for not having all your fucking, you know, ducks in order or whatever in terms of your training and like your workout split and your diet. It takes a while to actually get into that. So maybe I'm just saying this because I just watched like some David Goggins clips where he's basically saying like, oh, you know, one day I just woke up and I decided to fucking hit it. I'd say, at least in terms of somebody very publicly known, that's like the craziest fucking 180 that I've ever heard of. And I feel like the fact that guys like that just get shown on social media so much, it oversaturates it. It makes it fucking, it makes anybody think like, oh, you know, if I decide to lock in whenever, I'll lock in whenever, you know, it's cool. Like, dude, we're we're 7 months deep. This year is, it's closer to being over than it is to being halfway. Oh, we're past the halfway mark is what I'm trying to say. So I'm sure you know somebody. I'm sure potentially it's even you. I don't want to just call you out directly. So I'll say this is, or I mean this as non-offensively as possible. But if you said you were going to lock in this year and you haven't, odds are you're probably stuck in a certain cycle of, well, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, it's, you know, man, I've got to fucking like put my credit card into the Planet Fitness app. Oh, this is actually kind of complicated apps. I'll do it later. Right, whatever. I'll put it off till later. That's not actually the case, right? And I'm going to talk about this, of course, related to lifting, but you got to remember, the, even just saying I'll do it tomorrow, having the mind that you're not saying, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this. What you're saying is, I don't want to do this right now, I'll do it later. Your mindset is, okay, I want to do this later, I don't want to do this right now. And even though later may come, even though tomorrow may come, what's going to happen is by the time you get there, your mindset 90% of the time is going to be exactly the same. To the point where you're just going to end up saying, I'll do it tomorrow anyway. So it's an unfortunate fucking system where a lot of guys end up saying they want to do something, saying they want to get into something, saying they're actually going to start putting energy into something, and then it just never happens. It just fizzles out into nothingness. So that's where you need some trigger, some form of either like a self-reflection or some kind of like event. It's going to be different for everybody. That's going to actually make you say, okay, what have I been doing? Come on. And one thing that you'll realize, and I guess this is now I'm kind of talking to anybody who's actually locked in for real, and anybody that's actually locked in, they don't say they're locked in. They're just doing what they do. That's kind of like a statement that people who aren't locked in talk about. But if you actually get into something for real, and you like it, I'm not saying everybody has to fucking make working out their main thing. I think everybody should work out, but it doesn't have to be your main fucking thing. Once you get into something for real, and you start to make actual progress, whatever vector, whatever field that may be, if you knew that there was like a time period before you started doing it, you're gonna actually look back and say, "Oh, dude, I wasted like 2 years. Why didn't I start doing this sooner?" So, don't forget, man. You've only got so much fucking time. So, I think I don't really talk about this enough, but when it comes to the working out, I look at it in two ways. Right? Everybody should work out. Everybody should have a reasonably fit, strong build. I'm not saying everybody has to be a damn near 260 pounder. That's crazy talk. But I think everybody should be reasonably fit, work out, strong, have a good baseline build, do their cardio. You're just going to feel better, man. Regardless of anyone's circumstance, exercise on a consistent basis, and hey, it doesn't have to be weight, just whatever, that's going to be an insane boost to your quality of life in general. So that's my one point. I think everybody across the board should be doing that. And then my second point is everybody needs something which they have serious long-term goals, the likes of which they're putting a really substantial amount of energy and effort into reaching, which also gives them a daily gratification in the process of chasing that goal. If somebody wants to be a goddamn national competitor or like world champion, whatever, or just to become highly proficient at anything, regardless of what that is, be it like, what is, I can't even think of anything, whatever. You want to be a pro golfer, you want to get on tour one day, then that's going to be seriously fucking fulfilling in the long run. So when it comes to my situation right now, those two things are just merged together, right? The daily working out and the kind of long-term progression style approach thing, those just happen to coincide for me. But if your thing is like fucking videography, you want to become a fucking like professional videographer, like actually get gigs and like make like do music videos or whatever. I mean, it's a pretty fucking serious field. Of course, I'm going to reference that because I'm all into the camera stuff now. But if that's you, then I've talked to these guys before. They've been doing this shit for years. They've been practicing it. They're interested in it. It makes them fucking like they like doing it. So regardless of whatever interest you may have, in a long-term sense, if you can find something which you can do pretty reasonably consistently and hold yourself to, you're going to reap the rewards. And guess what? They're going to pay dividends as well. But that's enough of my little get off your ass and get that gym membership rant / speech. Let's fast forward to set number 1, which I think I know exactly what that is going to be. Probably some of some of this action right there, some throttle pulls, if you will. So we can talk about that once we're in there. This may be the delusion of the bulk, but I'm pretty sure my forearms are already getting fucking bigger. Like, t- I mean, not by inches. You know, if I were to like measure my forearm around, it's not going to be inches bigger. But you got to remember, since it's my forearm and I see it all the time, I'm going to be hypersensitive to any fucking change, any change to it. So it's fucking extra cool and motivating for me. But this is the easy part. This is the chill part. Honestly, I'm not even really freaking with these sets. So light, this is 22 and a half. Honestly, I probably wouldn't mind a 20, but those are like over there. So I can handle 2.5 extra pounds. But I like starting with the reverse. I like starting with the back of the forearm. It I do think it has legit benefits. It's gonna kind of make you a lot more stable in your pressing. You're not gonna be so likely to like let's say I'm benching right now. If the back of my forearm is extra strong, I'm not gonna be so likely to let it slip and fucking crush me. But in more of kind of the point that I'm training for, I just want the back of my forearms to like thicken up. So I have some of these like kind of fancy looking lines and stuff. Just makes your forearms look extra cool. So that's where this comes into play. Nothing fancy, probably 5, 6 sets. Just kind of an in between a failure and just sort of reaching a certain level of burn. Because I mean, you know, it's not like a bench press where I'm going to reach a point where I just can't do another legitimate rep. It is kind of a gradient from full reps to partials to, you know, some little stuff down there. And I feel like just kind of getting a solid burn and pump is what I'm aiming for. You know, these don't need crazy work. Nobody's loading 50 pounds on forearm extensions. You know, that's fucking ludicrous. So I'll probably just show the one, but I'm going to sit here for 5 or 6 or so and just kind of really try to light the back of my forearms on fucking fire. Oh, okay. What? Okay. All right. I'll camp out here for a minute. But for you, actually, I'm probably not going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay right here for the curl portion of things. But I'll see you in 5 or 6 sets. Exactly the same shot as before. But the back of my fucking forearms are going nuts to the point where I'm even just sitting here and like really, whoa. I mean, I guess I can't really translate that to you, but just imagine. So I've warmed up a touch, grabbed the 60s for a couple. Less than fortunately, the 75s is as heavy as the Planet Fitness dumbbells go, but that's pretty close to working weight. So, and don't be flabbergasted either, man. Your forearms are fucking strong. I mean, you got to think. There's guys where they're like, 160-pound kind of beginnerish lifter, deadlifting 315. That guy is holding 150 pounds with his fucking hands. We're pretty strong like this. So don't underestimate that. And in the same sense, I think I'm not going to get the same stimulation trying to fucking grab the 20s and go extra slow and really squeeze. It just won't do it for me. So, not that I'm saying that that's not going to work at all. Do what you want. But I'm going to load my forearms very heavily, at least within reason. Those are not going to hurt me. And then I'll translate some more kind of squeezing stuff once they're already super fatigued and extra pumped. So, Weak side first. Left arm. There we go. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep spamming these for 5 more. We'll see. Oh my God. Whew. All right. I'm going to actually have to fucking drop the weight. Because if I reach a point where I can only do like 8 good reps with the 75s, then that's kind of just my cue to say I'm going too fucking heavy. But I've still got some more strength in me. Let's keep throwing this thing around. Probably one more at the 75. Okay. All right. One more. Then let's run over to the other side and get some cable work started. Oh, fuck. All right. Let's do some more squeezing work. All right. So, full stack, straight bar, and here's what I'm aiming for. This is it. All right. Cue the fucking cat paws meme, but I'm just going here to here, and I'm really trying to fucking pull as hard as possible to the point where, I mean, I can't even think of like a real life example because this movement barely translates to anything, but I want to feel like I'm trying to pull the bar
so far around my fucking wrist as though I'm trying to like bend my hand backwards and make it like touch over here. It never happens, but that's what I'm kind of trying to really fucking squeeze, if you catch my drift. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Those 75s did more damage than expected. Oh my goodness. I think probably just one more of these, and then maybe one more, except single arm with a D handle, and that'll be it. And forearms are fucking. If you've never had a crazy forearm pump, I guess I can't really explain it to you because there's a certain fucking like burning sensation you get from flexing your forearms when they're actually like jam packed full of fucking blood. So if I get these comments a lot, and it's usually like, can I copy this workout exactly? Will it be a good workout? And 90% of the time, I would say yeah. And it's not because all my workouts are like perfectly formulated, genius level, like decision making in terms of what movements and what like set paths or whatever else. I think it's more so, it's just, it's not that deep. Like it is. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to have a chest day if somebody who doesn't really know jack about the gym, like said, okay, do some of this machine. Is that a chest machine? Okay, do some of that. Okay, do 3 really hard sets. Okay, and then do some flies. I see that a lot. Do 3 really hard sets. As long as you're going to decide if you make a good workout. Like that's up to you. It's not on paper. Of course, there are bad workouts, but what I'm saying is the workout's quality is not determined by how well out it is written. It's determined by how fucking hard you go. So, in that sentiment, you know, stick to the basics and fucking go bananas. Nothing else to it. All right. Left hand first. So that was full stack was about 100 pounds. So this is 30. So a bit less than my actual working sets earlier. And giving up some of the weight lets me really focus on squeezing a little bit more. That's sort of the classic give and take. The benefit of doing a really crazy, heavy, nasty set is you get a serious amount of tension on whatever your targeted muscle is, but you kind of lose the ability to really control the set. So that's like fucking doing a set of tricep pushdowns with the straight bar and like 2 plates slapped on the stack. A good set. I mean, you're going to wreck your triceps in a good way, but it's completely different than doing like literally 30 pounds with the rope, slow and really squeezing, which I've started to appreciate that side of these sets much more as of late. Oh my god, fuck. Okay. All right. I think I lied. One more of these. Okay. Whew. All right. Oh god. My forearm's gonna be destroyed tomorrow. Well, let me find some cooler down lighting, do a little bit of forearm fucking viewership, and then get some calves going. This will be a little outer extremity day. Right? I'm talking ends of the limbs. I have found a new lighting spot for at least fucking some upper body posing. I might not want to drop the pants in the middle of the gym floor. I guess it would depend on the gym, but forearms are fucking cooked, man. So what do you think? They holy shit. Now that's a cool shot. Let me get a little clear image zoom here. There we go. So there's a couple things you can do to make yourself look insanely freaky. Get a pump, of course. Be fully hydrated. And then also take a nice big breath and kind of uh, flex your whole torso. It'll kind of momentarily squeeze all your blood out of your gut, kind of pushing into all your other kind of fancy veins everywhere else. But be careful, don't knock yourself out. Like I'm not trolling. Every time you see somebody like when you see the clips of the deadlifters, or I mean typically like in powerlifting meets or just doing 1 rep maxes, if they do a full rep, they get to the top and then because they've exerted themselves so hard and they brace so hard, it actually fucking cuts off, cuts off the blood flow to your brain just for a split second, as though you were in like a rear naked choke. So be mindful. If you just had an insane chest day, you're really tired already, and then you go for a big breath hold. Ugh, I've gotten lightheaded before. I've never had a full on pass out, but it could happen. But I'm getting besides myself. Let's get a little fucking boxer shot here. Oh, very nice. So let's see them in relation to the actual arms. So arms unpumped, forearms pumped pumped to the gills. Ooh. So you tell me. Oh, we gotta zoom out just a touch. I certainly feel like a fucking freak. Eh, doesn't seem to add anything too crazy to a lat spread. Oh. So this is what I'm aiming for. This like see how there's a nice little divot in the back of my elbow. Tricep big, 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 big. Elbow tiny. Forearm big, big, big. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Now, an insane example of this shot, as we all know, Mr. Priest, with a certain Mr. Platts behind him. But if that's you, if you have an inkling, if you have that itch and desire where you say, that guy's got some pretty big ass fucking forearms, I think I want my forearms to get a little bit bigger, hit them. It's not magic, you know? Any muscle on your frame, if you want it to grow, train it directly. And odds are, if everything else is in order, right? Food, sleep, diet, everything, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen fast, but it's going to happen. So let's see the backside. That's similar. Similar. My left tricep is a little bit cooler. Something and maybe that's just personal preference, but that's uh that's what I've always thought. But okay. Well, now I want to get one more. One more with a breath hold. Oh, very nice. Very. Oh wait, hold on. Now I just keep thinking of new fucking poses. Crucifix should look pretty good. Reasonable, but forearms, the star of the show today, done and done to fucking potentially overdone. Like honestly, I probably could have stopped at that. At maybe like set number 4 of those dumbbell curls, or maybe set number 3. I can't remember exactly how many I did. And then I just threw in that extra set of single arm because I wanted to really pump them up. But I actually think I might have gone a little bit overboard to the point where I may have done a little bit extra damage that wasn't totally necessary. But in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather do too much than too little. Because if you do too little, you're leaving gains on the table. Now, of course, it's the same thing if you do too much, but I think you're a little bit more lenient. The phrase overtraining, I don't want to get into it right now because this is a long talk. Like it's very nuanced. I'm not saying it's not legit, but maybe we can talk overtraining in the car. But let's go camp out on a calf machine, slam 1 million sets, and come back here for a calf pump, and then get home. So my calves are not a weak point. My calves are not they're not teeny. So I'm not necessarily freaking about calves. And that may just me being a fucking baby about it. But this is gonna be simple, And I'm really just concerned about getting a really good burn and pumping it up as much as possible. So I'll probably just fucking camp out here for maybe 7, 8 sets. Nothing crazy weight wise. I mean, the stack goes up to 330. I'm only doing 130 single leg, so that's like 2/3 of the stack with double. I You're not going to catch me doing much double leg calf work because my calves like insert very differently. Like I think the it's a combination of like the angle of my knee tying into my shin and then like my ankles or whatever. Like I don't have any problem like squatting or anything. Like it doesn't it's not like one leg's longer than the other. But when I do both calves at once, the right one always gets more work and the left one always fucking like eases back. So since for whatever reason I've got that imbalance, single leg is kind of a better bet for me just to make sure I really give each of my calves an even amount of playing time. So the left one's a little bit behind. I'll start with the left one. So if I get 20 reps here, I'll stop at 20 on the right one. And this is it. So I'll just show the one and we can cut to the pose down, but I'm kind of just going to camp out. Oh, goodness. Okay. So imagine that 6 or 7 more times, and then we can cut to the subsequent calf inflation, calf blood inflammation, aka calf pump. Not really much need to see anything above the knees. I'm talking fucking like I'm a grown up from is it from the Peanuts? Calf pump. You get the drill. So let's see how they're looking after about 7 sets of those moderate weight squeezing calf raises. Actually, let me raise this guy even higher up so we can see totally top to bottom. Jesus. This is where having some tearaway like zipper pants would come in handy just to perfectly reveal the calves. But from the front, that's certainly some fucking meat. Oof. Same way from the side. And then from the rear. Hold on, let's fucking for balance. Oh, that's fucking hard to flex. Whew. But they're pumped enough to the point where I kind of fucking like even when I squat down to like sit like this, like I feel like my calves are running into my hamstrings. So little I guess maybe not a tip, but potentially something to be exploited. Let's say you're weakest in the whole of a squat. But maybe before you do squats, get a hamstring calf pump, and it could give you a little bit of cushioning at the bottom. Now, of course, you'd have to have calves and hamstrings big enough where they would run into each other. But I'm kind of just guessing. I'm sure somebody's done that at some point. You know, who's to say? I'm not really a powerlifter, but we're done. Calves burning, forearms not really just burning, but definitely fatigued. That's great. There we go. I know I said earlier I was going to talk about overtraining. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. If you're systemically fatigued and you're legitimately in need of a rest day, then that means you take one. You know, it's not rocket science there. One thing that I do think is a little bit more interesting to reference is sort of just how far can you think ahead? You know, how far are you thinking ahead in terms of what you're actually fucking capable of? You know, and I feel like in any crazy fucking endeavor, if you were to look at somebody and think like, oh man, would I be able to do what that guy's doing? Fuck. Typically, what somebody's gonna say is like, oh, I don't know if I've got I don't know if I've got the hand-eye coordination for something like that, or like, oh, I'm not really a numbers kind of guy, or whatever. It's like anybody that's doing anything crazy cool compared to somebody who's never done it before, nine, fucking maybe 99 times out of 10, the guy watching is kind of gonna attribute somebody else's success to just like random ass fucking, you know, schmosh, mosh. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say there. Just random ass, uncontrollable circumstance and luck. You know, I mean that's pretty classic, right? Nobody's gonna look at somebody who's fucking shredding on the guitar in front of 100,000 people on stage and think, wow, that guy must practice a lot. That guy must really put a lot of time into that. They're just gonna think, holy fuck, that guy's fucking. I could never do that. And that's kind of a cheat code. The fact that that's the case, I think, is kind of a cheat code to get yourself hyped up, because I, it's just not the right way to go about it. Right? Looking at somebody in their end state compared to you in your beginner state is the craziest fucking thing you could ever do in the world. And now, sure, it can give you something to kind of aim towards, but that, you know, that's crazy talk. So the way I look at it, in any field, right? In any field, I mean, when we see the statistics where it's like a TikTok post and it's like only 1% of people in the entire world can bench 315. Are you gonna join the 1%? It's just, you know, random silly shit like that. And that's not silly, but yeah, sure. Like, even if that statistic, even if that statistic is correct, it's not the whole story. That's not the whole fucking story. You know, if you were to actually get a much more accurate sort of view of the situation, sure, whatever. And this number's probably not true, but let's just play along with it. Let's say 1% of the world can bench 315. I'm not saying that's the point of anything, but let's follow me here. Maybe that's true. What percentage of the world are even trying? 10? Maybe 10? And then, what percent of the world are even trying and actually putting like a real effort into it? You know, what? Cut that number down to 5. Cut that number down to 3. And then what percentage guys are actually, you know, interested in locking in for more than 6 months at a time and actually going to lock into their diet and actually care about their training and make adjustments and consistently fucking push it
on the regular, that number probably comes down to 1%. The guys with results are not just magically the guys with results drawn out of a fucking hat. It's the guys who have put in the amount of time necessary to get those results. And the whole point of what I was just saying there was like, well, how many people are even trying? And like, okay, these guys are actually trying. These guys are actually trying hard. And this small percentage is actually doing everything that they can and optimizing every little bit of their routine to make sure that they're on track to whatever their given goal is. That percentage is so small. So when I look at that and when I think about things like that, all that's telling me is okay, the more fucking locked in I can get, and the more little aspects of everything else that I can improve upon and consistently meet the requirements of day after day after day, it's no longer a question of if. And this is what I like about working out so much, is it's barely a fucking skill issue. It's barely like, oh, I don't have the talent for, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's fucking prodigies out there. There's guys where they're gonna fucking pick up a basketball and 2 years later, they're, getting like college offers or just, random shit like that. We've all kind of heard the stories. But for the other 99% of the world, I'm not joking. Anybody who does anything fucking cool did everything that it took to get there. So, when somebody might think like, dude, come to the gym is fucking every day, dude, like, including the drive, that's like 2 hours a day. That's fucking unreasonable. Well then, maybe getting gains is just unreasonable for that guy. Like, I got I always get comments on the forearm days. It's like, what kind of guy would drive all the way to the gym just to hit forearms and calves? Who would do that? Now, apart from the obvious answer being this guy, I can tell you who would do that. Somebody who wants bigger forearms and somebody who wants bigger calves. The answer's right there in front of you. So, I mean, it just kind of depends on you, man. Well, let's see which way they turn it. EMS car. But whatever. So, what was I about to say? What was I getting at there? And you'll see it. You don't have to, apart from the fact that you can see every top dog ever, and, with a really fucking huge rise of social media and kind of making a spectacle out of whatever given thing you're interested in, which lets us see some pretty serious, actual, like, detailed info about guys who are actually killing it. Just look at your gym. Look at the fucking top dog in your gym. And I'm not even saying somebody who's like has the craziest results ever, but someone who's got legit results. They know what they're doing. They're going hard on a consistent basis. It's not magic. It's not fucking magic, man. That guy shows up on the regular. He knows about his diet. He knows about his sleep. He knows about making adjustments to his training, not hurting himself. And he just consistently fucking shows up. Like, working out, I like the fact that it's a long term, just accrual of progress, as long as you're actually, doing everything reasonably right. So how you can kind of think about it like every time you go to the gym, man, you're just fucking, you're just adding what's a good word here? You're putting a little scoop of water into a bottle, right? You're adding some rocks to the pile. You're digging another shovel worth of dirt out of the hole. So every time you show up and every time you're on point, if you do that on the regular, even if every day you're not even making 1% improvements, you're making 0.01% improvements, over time, those will add up. And those will add up exponentially. So on a day-by-day basis, I mean, you're not going to expect anything crazy. But the longer you work out, guess what's going to happen, man? Fast forward like a year, if you haven't run into somebody and then you suddenly see them again, they're going to notice. Fast forward 2 years, dude, 2 years of serious working out and then tracking your diet and kind of optimizing all your hydration and everything, you can become completely unrecognizable. And I've seen it. I get tagged in all the fat loss transformations or like the workout journeys and everything else. I see it so fucking often. And those guys especially, I know for a fact that they understand what I'm saying, because And what I'm talking about is the guys who have made like serious fat loss transformations, where they started off like pretty overweight, 2 years passed, reasonably fucking jacked. So the reason why I like those guys the most is because they had to get everything right from the get-go. If your fitness journey started off a bit, on the fucking heavier side, you've got a chore, you've got this excess body fat to take care of, then that means that you didn't get to just start lifting and then leave the diet side alone. That's pretty often. I mean, if you're just a regular kind of normal 15-12% body fat guy and you start working out, you're gonna grow muscle, you're gonna be big. But the diet portion of things, you don't actually have to fucking seriously optimize to make the gains you want. As a beginner, you can eat the normal food that you normally eat. Just adding weight training is going to give you results. But for somebody to go through the process of not only making their beginner gains, but also peeling off their body fat that they don't need anymore, not that they ever needed it in the first place, but you get what I'm saying, they have to have everything pretty much on point from the beginning. Calories, discipline, training, consistency, everything. So, when I get to talk about calories, and especially in person, guys who actually have been through it and have gone through the process of making serious changes to their build because of their ability to actually really start tracking everything calorie wise, their training, their diet, their sleep, their hydration, their everything. That's what I like to hear the most. So that's why I really like kind of pushing these main points when it comes to the gym, because they're going to make serious changes if you can optimize them. I know I say this a lot. I don't mean to be repetitive, but I kind of can't stop talking about it. If you train as hard as you can, right? You're seriously pushing as hard as you can muster on the regular, on a very consistent basis. That's not to derail my fucking speech, but that's a telephone pole that's been ripped in half. Whoa. Let's just hope everybody's all fucking right. Damn. But getting back to what I was saying, not to make light of that situation, but getting your fucking training right, going hard on a consistent basis. I'm not even saying you have to have the perfect routine, but if you've got a basic starting point, you're copying other guys like workouts on YouTube and everything else, perfect. You're training hard, right? You're putting energy into it. You're actually caring about the sets that you're doing. You're not just going through the motion. You're actually trying to make every fucking rep count. Like you're not just doing a rep and taking it easy. Like you're trying to get an extra squeeze on the top and everything. Like you're present in the moment during your training. Pillar number one. Get a solid ass amount of fucking water in your system. I'm talking about carrying around a gallon jug at school, at work, at wherever you got to go. Adding a good night's rest onto that. Not 5 hours a fortnight before you go to bed. You get only 2 fucking hours. Not particularly conducive to gains at all. Hit your protein every day. Right? Start trying to get into tracking your calories. Maybe look up a maintenance calorie calculator. That's not so much of a first step. You can save that for a little later on. And then that's, I don't know what I'm talking about. Only 4. If you can lock those in, only gains of weight. And I can't say it with any more emphasis than that. So, plan now is get some food in my system, and then get a good night's fucking rest. I'm dying tired. I'm gonna have a really fucking deep sleep. Arms tomorrow. I don't know if I'm too much of a nut about it, but on reasonably frequent occasion, sometimes I'll have dreams about the workout that I'm gonna do the next day. And on the craziest times, what'll happen is like I'll dream that I had a leg day, and I'll literally, I mean, I don't do like every set or whatever, but for whatever reason, like in the dream, I feel like I actually finished the leg day. So when I wake up, I actually think it's the next day, and I kind of have to do a little bit of a sort of realization. But maybe that's just a me thing. But either way, nasty lift complete. Even if it was a little bit more on the chill side, especially compared to like a leg day or anything. It served the purpose which I wanted. Forearm, forearm stimulation and calf pumpage. Well, stimulation too, but you know what I'm saying. So I'll see you tomorrow for quite the freaky arm day. You know, I might be getting ahead of myself, but I don't feel like I'm overestimating just how pumped I'm gonna be. So I'll see you then.